All right, yeah. So anyways,
Okay, so talk.
we're running.
Oh, all right.
Here.
All right. Well, what I want to say, Henry, was that what you have shown me on Photoshop has helped me immensely in my artwork. The layers have been so useful to me, and the masking that you've shown me is unbelievable. It has cut my composition time by countless hours. I can now compose an image that I have in my mind using maybe 3, 4, half a dozen different reference photographs to get the composition that I really want. After I get that done, I tend to play with items or parts of the elements like sky, so that I can see what other skies would play into effect on the overall appearance. And I can do this in a matter of moments. Very simply by creating another layer and then getting rid of the layer if I don't like it. So, all I can say is, thanks a million. You really, really have helped me by just cutting the time element. I don't have to make 50 little sketches anymore. And I could really put this concept in mind to use. It's like if I wanted to paint a river scene, I know basically what I want, but many times before, if I didn't make sketches, I'd have to play on the pastel sheet and try and get what is in my mind. And if I didn't like it, I'd have to brush it out. And you can do just so much on pastel sheets before you would either have to take turp and just wash it down just so that you could start fresh. I would think the actual painting time that I use now as compared to before, I probably spend 20% of the time now in doing the painting, because I've already established what is important, and what's important to me is the composition. The colors are meaningless. Direction of light I can easily establish very, very simply. So once again, I don't know how to say this other than thank you. Okay.
What's the new thing that you want to do? The brushes.
Well, sometimes I want to play with a given effect on, let's say, on the grass area. And right now what I do is to do this is a series of brushes that I might use to create it. And I was thinking that if I could create a brush that would do some of the things that I would want to do, I can cut that time in half. Actually, I can cut it tremendously. So, and I don't have quite the vision of what I want to do with a brush, but I have found some brushes in Photoshop that when I use those brushes, it starts to give me the effect. For instance, if I want to see what a pebble effect would be on a rock, okay, and how that plays into the overall thing. Sometimes you put in little dots and, man, you just ruined the painting whatsoever,
right,
because it just distracts. But if I can do this on a computer and see how this rock formation I'm going to paint, if I show the cracks, if I show the pebble effect, how that would play, I would know then when I get to the actual painting, don't even bother, or yes, this is what you really want to show. So there isn't a brush to create that right now. So if I knew how to create a brush to do some of the things that I would like to do, that would help. Not essential. Certainly I don't want to spend hours on the computer doing these things, because then I defeat the whole purpose. But there are times that I really do want to see what a particular effect would be. Sometimes when I try it with a regular brush, I get a big glob of something, and that, no way to judge that.
So, what would you say your level of computer literacy is?
Probably down as low as it can be. uh, I think where I'm at in Photoshop right now, for my purposes, it is great, okay? And my purpose is simply is to reach a composition that will look good and projects what I have in mind to paint. I don't think I really want to go further on it. I do want to find some other shortcuts, like the masking has been great. I do have to work harder on understanding what I'm doing in Photoshop. But other than that, I think I'm at a great spot.
So you don't have a need to learn the whole program?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think any artist really needs to learn the whole program unless he's a graphic artist or unless he wants to do things on the computer that will. I think going too far in Photoshop will have a tendency of ruining your ability to portray what's on your mind on paper or on canvas. I don't think you want to do that. At least I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just need to get to the point where I don't want to ruin a painting or throw away 10 paintings before I finally get to what I want.
So you don't. Your intention isn't to create the finished product in Photoshop?
Oh no, I don't want a finished product. Sometimes I'll even turn the product that I do produce into a black and white because I don't want it to influence me too much.
Right.
But as a composition tool, it is fantastic. Beyond that, I really don't think I'm interested in really correcting color, because then I'm a slave to what's on the. Actually, I do use a monitor that I have set up near my easel, so I don't want to be a slave to that. But I want to be able to create the basic composition that I'm looking for. There have been times in the past where I think I've got a square in my mind and I'll start it off, and it's not going to work. It simply isn't going to work out when you actually get it on the canvas. By doing what I'm doing now, I've eliminated that problem. So that when I go to the canvas or my easel, I know what I want. I've already worked out my problems, and there I am. And now all I gotta do is paint and allow the painting to take over.